so this is what I was telling you guys about. We needed to add trim around the door frame because that's the puny little trim that it had, and with the thick molding that we're doing, it just wasn't gonna go. So, and he's gonna fill in the space and all that, so it'll just look like one thick molding. In the meantime, I did some shopping damage, so let me show you guys what I bought. We went to Target and of course to Home Goods. And then I also went to Ross. Okay, so from Home Goods I picked up this big white, kind of looks like faux marble. It's not though, it's plastic, cutting board. Because I like to have a big cutting board, but the problem is that they all come in butcher block, and I already have butcher block countertops. So I felt like it blended too much, so I like the fact that this is white because it'll stand out from the counters. I also picked up these drying mats because sometimes when the dishwasher's full and I just want to hand wash dishes, I normally have to put like a few towels here to kind of have them not get water all over the counter. So I thought these would be good to use, and you can flip them either side. So it comes with a 2-pack, and it was $6.99 from Home Goods, and they have lots of different prints. Let's see, what else have I got? Oh, I got this candle. It's called Serenity. It smells so good. I picked that up, and this was $12.99 Home Goods. Also got this plant, which I really like. That's gonna go on the new shelves that Manny built yesterday. That is $19.99. And then a little gravy dish because I didn't have one and I needed one. And then you guys were like 50-50 on these Rae Dunn bowls if I should buy them or not. But I went ahead and bought them because I do have black accents in the house and I like the kind of pearl finish. So I got 6 of those. And then I got this as well because I didn't have one. And now I do. What else? Oh, okay. So I got these from Target. Just some simple candles that I'm going to put on the dining room table that I've got set up over there. This picture here is, I think, a threshold. Yeah. And was $14.99 from Target. And then I got this cooking utensil holder from Target, which was... How much was this? I don't know how much this was, but it's the threshold line. And then these are my favorite makeup wipes to use. I keep them on my travel bag for clients. It's the only ones I use. They're my favorite. And then from Ross, I picked up these 2 hampers for the laundry room. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but they will work because I got to get something in there. I needed the storage. So these were $13.99 each from Ross. And then I got these 2 sets of cereal bowls because the bowls I have, they always complain that they're not deep enough. So I got 2 sets of those, and those are $7.99 each from Ross. And then that's pretty much it. And then I got a shoe organizer from Manny because he needed one for his shoes, and that's from Ross, and it was $17.99.
Give me a pencil, baby.
Look, the little girls got to get ready to go hang out at the mall with their girlfriends.
I don't like you.
I don't give you my consent to videotape.
Fix yourself, ladies. Fix yourself.
Jackson's mom, I don't give you my consent.
I didn't ask. You're in my house.
Yeah,
But
And I'm giving you a ride to the mall.
true. But I'm buying your son Starbucks.
Yeah.
I'm giving him cash.
Oh, yay.
Oh, you are?
Wait,
Okay.
that means I'm more in debt.
Yeah. They go and hang out with their little girlfriends. It's so cute. Oh, let me turn off this music. Sorry. Okay, so I am now doing mommy duties. I went shopping because as soon as I got there, Jax asked me if I can go take him and his little friend to the mall. So, him and his little friend James, the same one that didn't leave after the birthday party a few weeks ago, they are going to the mall to hang out with their little girlfriends. Jax has another girlfriend, and now I gotta take them over there. So, they're gonna go hang out for a while. I have to go to Home Depot right now because we need more material to go pick that up and then go back and pick them up again. It was so clean earlier, y'all. Oh, the struggle is real. Boys are real fun, y'all. Real fun. This is what horseplay gets you. 2 boys horseplaying gets you a broken window at 11:30 at night. Yeah.
Look at the flat screwdriver.
Lots of glass pieces. I'm back to working on projects on the house, and basically since I put away all the Christmas stuff, I have been switching up the whole house. All of the decor pieces have kind of been shuffled, moving stuff around. I've added just a few things. So my last little room to kind of get finished is the formal dining room. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I was gonna show you guys what I've been up to. Besides, Manny built me these beautiful shelves, which I love. I'm just finishing up my tablescape, and that way this room can be finished. So I showed you guys during like the Christmas, when I was shopping for Christmas stuff and tablescapes and the whole thing. And I was telling y'all how I bought a lot of my dishes from Dollar Tree, because these are things I use for, mostly it's decoration, but I just don't want to spend that kind of money on stuff that like I may not use forever. So today I went to Dollar Tree and I picked up just these plain plates, a dinner plate and a salad plate. And of course they're $1 each. And they have, you know, a bunch of different colors and things. What I was going for is layered, obviously. Hold on. So I loved how the table looked for Christmas when I had kind of the layers with the dishes. And these are the ones I just picked up, these bowls from Home Goods over the weekend. So I wanted to add just a touch of black to the dining room table, not too much. Add just a touch of black. Excuse my lights, I was trying to take pictures earlier. I've been having crappy weather, so I have like no natural light. But I wanted to add just a touch of black to the dining room table just to kind of tie it in together, because the legs of the chairs are actually black. And then I've got black on the fixture, and I added just a couple of little black accents over here. So I wanted to tie it in to the table because everything I had here was basically neutral. So I'm doing that, working in with these bowls and these 2 plates. But great inexpensive way, and they only cost me $1 each. Chargers I've had for a few years. I got these from Home Goods like maybe, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago. So I'm just doing the plain simple white plate. They also have these in black, so I did actually think about doing the dinner plate black and then the salad plate white. But I wanted just a little black, not too much. So I've got that plate, and then adding just a little salad plate, and then my little right done bowl. And I'm gonna play with that and see how I like it, because I might actually add, I have white napkins that I might put in there too, but I'm not sure yet. So that's where we're at. Oh, and then I just did just plain simple white candles and just a little greenery just to give me something. I didn't want anything too high because, I don't know, I kind of like the fact that you can see across and nobody's hidden. Not that we ever really use this table, but if we wanted to, I want you to be able to like see to each other. So, and I really did like how the runner looked for Christmas, so I went ahead and kept it. And then I just switched up what's on it. But I love candlelight. And these are actually my napkin rings that I bought like a year or 2 ago from Pier 1. And I just kind of shoved them in here to the garland to just give it a little more detail. I told y'all that I would share with you kind of the size difference that we're doing. So we're not finished by any means. But you can kind of see here the line. This is where the old baseboards stopped. They were really small. Hold on, let me move. So here's the line of where the old baseboard stopped, and so you can see we've basically like doubled it in width. But it just looks way better. This was just dated and it was super tiny, and it looks really good so far. He's still not done. We do have to caulk everywhere and still paint and stuff, but it just makes such a huge difference, especially in the dining room because we already had crown molding in there, so it looks really nice. To show you the door difference too, because we had to add extra trim to the doors. So here's what the door trim looks like. This is what, you know, is already here. And what we didn't want to have to do is replace it throughout the whole house. But since it is so small and the baseboards are so large, we decided to just go ahead and add trimming to all of the doors. So, and that still has to be filled in too, so you won't. So all of the gaps and the lines and things that you see, that's all going to be filled in, so you won't be able to notice. And if I had not told you we did that, once he's finished, you wouldn't know any better. So, but it helps to have it be wider just to go with the floorboards. Price tag off of that one, but all this will be filled in, and I actually feel like it makes it look way better. So it's going to look really nice once it's all filled in and it's painted. But I'm excited. So another thing too, when you're picking out your, hold on, where'd the boards go? When you're picking out your, any type of moldings, of course, you've got to go with, you know, what's in your budget. And the more elaborate you get, the more expensive it is. So with these boards, they are $1.83 square foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1.83 square foot. And basically for, I don't know, this whole dining room, the entryway, this main wall here, the living room, breakfast nook. The kitchen doesn't really have any because it's basically all cabinets. So really this was the only like little kitchen space that he had to do. Yeah. So basically for all this whole space here, I think in materials it cost, what was it, like $288?
Yeah, for the whole, okay, so when we priced it out, for the whole house, remember, it was $589. That's what it was going to cost us.
Right, that's to do the whole house. But
That's
we're
to
just,
do the whole house.
but just for this main, well, this whole front space basically.
Yeah, this is the biggest part. It's,
Right.
286 actually.
And that's for the baseboards, the caulking,
And
the door trim, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Now on the door trim,
that was extra.
but no, but that was total when we checked out though, remember?
Yeah.
So that was included in that part, not when we took the...
Oh.
So what we did before we went and bought, first we of course picked out the materials that we wanted and got the pricing and stuff, and then we actually came home and he measured each room so we knew exactly how much we were gonna need. And with that, we figured out our pricing. So the 588 number he's throwing out there, that's not including the door trim that we're adding.
Yeah.
But the 288 that I just said, that does include it because that's how much we paid when we checked out at Home Depot. So we still have to go back and buy the materials for the rest of the house, but this was just to get us started in all the main areas. The trim that we added to all of these doors out here, we said was what, $233?
Yeah.
$233 for a 1x2x8.
283.
Okay, $283 for a 1x2x8.
Yeah.
And then each door you did what, 3 pieces?
Yeah, you gotta have 3 pieces. Do not measure it because you basically, every piece that you're not using it adds up. So you have to have 3 pieces. Okay, so if it's a single door, with 5 pieces, you can get to do 2 doors. If it's a double door, then that's when you need 3 pieces each double door.
Okay.
So
just to give you a ballpark figure if this is something you're looking at. And again, this totally varies because the boards, it all depends on how much detail you want and stuff because they're way more expensive.
If their plugs are the same problem that we had.
Yeah. So another issue we've also run into, I don't know why, but for some reason in this house, all of the outlets are very low to the ground. Very low. I don't know why. All the light switches are low. My mom's thinking maybe like the original owners were like handicapped or something, or they needed handicap accessibility because they're all really low. I don't know why the plugs are low, but the switches are. So we ran into an issue with the plugs because since we picked such a thick baseboard, it was bumping into the plugs. So what we've had to do is improvise, and he had to cut. So we'll show you that once he's actually done with it. I don't think it looks bad, but in an ideal world, we wouldn't have done that, but we just, I mean, we can't change the plugs and all that. That would be more expensive, more work, and more of a headache, so. Okay, so y'all obviously know the fireplace has been done, but what he's doing is adding the final little piece and just adding trim. Just to finish it off. And he's gonna do this top and then outline this here. So I gotta paint it. You're so cute. I love you. Okay, so here is the boards we're using at our house. And then here's the product information. Alright, here is the extra trim that we are using for the doors. Well, I should say around the doors. Look, he's so cute. All these people in line. Everybody and their mom is working on house projects today. You get yourself a new toy?
Yeah, it's a stud finder. Look, it works.
No, you didn't.
It works. Look. It's a stud finder.
Mm-hmm. So what'd you buy?
More wood. So I can finish whatever else I can do today. I gotta finish that, and then I gotta do the drawer, and then that's it. Then you can leave me alone.
Never.
Huh?
Never.
I'm gonna choke you in your sleep. That's what I'm gonna do.
Look what's happening. He's on a roll, y'all. He's on a roll. Okay, so these are the IKEA. I'll have to find a picture here to show you guys what they originally look like. But I bought these from IKEA almost like a year ago, and I told you guys that this was going to be a DIY project that we just never got around to. So since he's working on all the trim, he's going to actually... Are we cutting the legs?
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to cut the legs down, and then he's going to add trim to the whole piece, including the drawers. So let me show you guys what it looked like. Oh, crap. Okay. So this is just what the drawers look like now. They actually come with wood knobs, but I changed them out for just some black ones that I picked up from Home Depot. So I'm going to change those out as well because these were just a temporary fix. So we're going to have to go find some of those. But he's going to add the trim to every single drawer.
Don't go over there. Your mom is recording. He's like, oh, I know. And then he starts walking to the kitchen outside. So you came all the way around just to go to the kitchen. You know you were going to your mom.
I'm exercising.
Do you miss me?
No.
He's like, I'll be a kitty boy.
He's little cheekler. Come here. Let mommy give you kisses. You're so lonely. Come here.
If you put the trim button up to this, okay, it will be like 34 7/8. So
So it's only taking off like what, 2 inches, 3?
something like that.
Okay.
It'll literally will take out like an inch, right? 34 7/8. So literally, it'll be like this is how high the top will be. Now if we put it on top of here, it'll be 32 and a half. So let's see if I can find something that's 32 and a half. It'll be like right here. Is that too low for you?
You need to show me on the bed, not on anywhere over
Okay.
here, because that's completely irrelevant.
$32 and a half, it'll come up to there. That's if we take the molding all the way to the top.
Okay.
If we do the bottom part, it'll be 35 7/8. Will be that high.
Okay, so tell me what's the difference? 2 inches versus what?
2 inches versus 1 inch.
That's it?
Yeah,
Ah,
I think.
I look more of it. Okay.
Two inch and a half, basically.
I kind of like how it looks here with this line.
Uh-huh.
Where, you know how it kind of gives you the illusion
Yeah.
like how the rest of the molding looks? So, I think this is better.
Okay.
To have the little line because it gives it a little more definition
Yeah, so it'll be 33 and a half.
on the piece.
So look, you're looking at, that's how high the drawer will be, the top of it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like it better with the little line gap, so this way it gives it more.
Okay. You want to see where it
And
looks like over
we're
there?
using the same molding that we have here for our baseboards.
That's where the top's gonna be. That's how high it's gonna be from the.
That's with how I want it right now.
Okay.
Is that what you're telling me?
33 and a half. That's where it's gonna be the top. If
With
cut
how
the
I
legs
want
up.
it. Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Basically, what we're doing is we're gonna do very simple 45 cuts on the baseboard. And usually, what I do is I cut a little piece with a 45 cut, just to make sure that it will button up the right way. See, like, so I know for a fact that it's gonna stay right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm gonna check to see if my cut on this side is actually good, which I think I'm gonna have to cut me a new piece, because what you're trying to do is make sure, well, no, not really. I think I'm good. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure that you're not left with big gaps, so you don't have to cover it with wood putty. The closer you get it, the easier it is for you to just paint it. Hell, if the lines are really perfect, all you gotta do is just sand it just slightly and then paint it. You don't even have to put wood putty anymore. If you can't get the legs off, I recommend you using the skill saw, or I mean the jigsaw. So what I was gonna do is, since the leg was gonna be here, you have to measure from here to here. You gotta measure from here to here, and that will give you the exact measurement where you have to put your piece of wood, and you can use a clamp to hold it. Mm-hmm. So when you actually do cut it, you don't have to worry about being straight. This is gonna be your edge line, and all you gotta do is just go slow, don't go fast, and that will cut it perfect.
Okay, but since you did take it off, what are you gonna use, the table saw?
Yeah, no, it's my skill saw.
Oh.
So, there you go.
You don't want people to know what a big baby you are? You don't want it to know? We're going. I'm not. I'm trying to tickle you. Come on, you big baby. Okay, so there's the original legs that were there, which he just cut all of them.
Yeah.
And then added the trim. The same trim that we used here around the house. We had some left over, so here we go. This one's in the kitchen, as always, eating out of house and home.
What?
I said go ahead and record that again because somebody else might like that idea just because I don't.
What would your majesty would like me to do? You want to have the trim all the way close to the border, or do you want to have a gap?
I personally, I want it to the corner. Yeah.
All right. That's all you have to say?
Thank you, love.
No, thank you. Takes so long. Just make sure all your cuts are like basically perfect.
Yes.
There's nowhere else to sit.
Oh, really? This couch, this other chair, just nowhere else to sit.
Mm-hmm.
Butthole putty.
Seriously, I can't with you.
With putty.
Okay, just go.
This is actually, I prefer this than the natural. Do we have a can? I think we do have a can. Hold on, I'll bring it. So there's 3 types of putty that I usually use. Now when it comes to like covering cracks and nail holes without having to sand them, I usually either use this type of putty, but it's not hardening, meaning it doesn't get hard, which is basically it keeps it from cracking. Or Painter's Putty 53. This stuff is really good. This is for bigger cracks, and basically it's like a paste. It's like, I mean, this is old, but brand new, it basically becomes like a putty.
So what would you use that on?
That is for the same thing. You can actually put it in the...
Well, I'm saying, why do you use one over the other on certain projects? I guess is my...
Just because I couldn't find this. I got that little one,
Okay.
basically, but I forgot what number it was. This is good for oil, regular paint. It don't matter. Now that I know what number it is, I'm gonna go buy some more. And the good thing is, it basically becomes like you do dough bread. You can keep using the same spot. Like if stuff falls down, all you gotta do is just pick it up with the same thing, and it'll keep it from leaving a big mess. But see, you don't have to sand it. That's the plus side of it. Now, when you are doing like furniture and stuff like that, it's gonna be stained. You cannot use this with stain. You can only use this with paint.